And here's the news inside the villages. I'm cutting this early because we're getting ready to leave early in the morning, so there might be a day or two where the news is a little slack, but I got enough here to keep you informed of what's going on. This was the end of the year report that came out about 2017 and the financial status of the villages. Oh, by the way, I got my microphone all hooked up. The part came in today. I sound a little better, I hope. You don't hear that echoey background anymore. Okay, here we go. New construction in the villages soars in 2017. Growth is up 93%. The villages of Westlake and Leesburg nears their final approval. That'll happen quick. 359 acres just south of Buena Vista Boulevard to provide multimodal access to Finney and Southern Oaks. So apparently that's how the golf cart trail is going to run to connect you to the rest of the villages. Somewhere, somehow, it's going to be next to or part of Buena Vista Boulevard. Hopefully it'll be next to Buena Vista. It's you don't want to share the road with too many cars. The developer pulled 1,586 permits to build new homes in Sumter County with an average cost of $281,160 per home. Now, that's an average, you understand, right? Some homes are $200,000, some homes are $1 million. But that's just an average cost of the homes for those 1,586 permits that he pulled. This is a 93% increase over the number of permits issued in 2016. The average annual income of residents in the villages who live within the zip code of 32162, we're 32163 down here, is $74,716 according to the U.S. Census Bureau data. I find that maybe just a little bit high, but I mean, what do I know, right? I'm just a working guy that did the best I could do, and so did my wife. I can tell you I'm not making $74,000 a year being retired here, and I know a lot of people that live here that's not making $74,000, so I'm not disputing the figure, but I will say you don't have to make $74,000 a year to live here. Those numbers are a little misleading, I believe, the way they put them. Also, 32162 area code, I believe, I don't know where the area codes cut off and where the new ones start over, but I'll just say as a whole, 466 on up toward Spanish Springs will be the 162 area code, 32162. 466, south of 466, down to 466A, it might be mixed a little bit, I'm not sure, but from 466A on down toward Finney, and I don't know about Finney, but I'm going to say probably Finney. I know Brownwood area is all 32163. So apparently this census was taken before any of us were even included down here, I suppose. 23% of our residents who live here in the villages are veterans. That doesn't surprise me at all. We have a very large veterans group here that live here, and I can attest to that, and because of the Eisenhower Rec Center. It was named in honor of the veterans, and if you've never been to the Eisenhower, go in there sometime. It's like a museum. It's just something to take in. A lot of that stuff you see in there, it's all donated by veterans here in the villages. Their grandkids didn't want it. Their children didn't want their war memorabilia, and they didn't want this stuff to go in the dump after they, moved on, passed on. So they donated it, and the developers thought it was a great idea, and it was. Recreational clubs grew by 29% over the last 5 years. It now totals 2,716. Can you imagine that? 2,716 recreational clubs here in the villages. Everything from softball to archery to air rifle. It's just wondrous how much stuff there is to do. One of the newest clubs seeking members is the Association of the United States Army. So those of you guys from the Army, if you're moving down here, that might interest you. Golf carts spotted on 466 in Buena Vista. This time of year, you're liable to spot golf carts anywhere. In the flower beds, in your neighbor's yard, out on the highway. Let me just say for you that's coming down here that are new, maybe you bought a house, know where you can go with the golf cart and where you can't go. We are a golf cart community, but that doesn't mean you can take a golf cart anywhere you want. You will be cited, you will get ticketed, you can get killed. And even if it says street legal, you have a street legal golf cart, that doesn't mean you can take that anywhere you want to go either. There are certain areas you just cannot go. Southern Trace is getting a couple of restaurants. We're getting a Culver's hamburger. Anybody from the Midwest knows what that is. The rest of the country probably doesn't, but Culver's is well known for their butter burger. And we're getting a Habanero's Mexican Grill. I, for one, am not familiar with that, so I'll be checking that out when it gets opened. A rowdy customer was arrested at Guy Fieri's restaurant. You know that guy, don't you? The diners, dives, and drive-ins guy. Hair, spiky hair. He's got a restaurant in Sumter Landing. Apparently, somebody got into an argument or something, and he was arrested. A woman wins an injunction against a villager who showed up at her front door with a knife in the village of Liberty Park. The guy lives in a home in Fernandino owned by his parents. Man, moms and dads, when will you learn? When will you learn? So that'll be the news for this week. I'll be on the road for a couple of days. I get in Indiana. I can still do the news. I can do the best I can do, and I will. So hopefully the microphone satisfies everybody. By the time I got done with the microphone to get set up on this camera the way it has to be set up, I think I got a cost of like $170, $180 in it for a microphone. So I guess I'll catch you guys on the other side.